Well, he's just eating so good. Did he eat this good this morning, Christina?
Yeah, he did too.
Well, that's just, that's music to my eyes.
Where were you at last night?
Where were you at last night? He said.
I was here. I was here. Where were you? Yeah, in some ways he's like a kid at times. When he gets a little bit of medication in him, like a kid. He's a good kid.
He loves you. He loves having you with him.
He's a good kid. Because when they turned the lights out last night, he was trying to get out of the bed. I know he was listening to us talk in the hallway. Three of the resident physicians were here. They were working on something, and one of them was from Africa. He was like a first-generation immigrant, and I listened to his accent, and I knew that that was colonial British English I was hearing. And so I could also tell by his skin tone pretty much where he was from. Listen to him talk and look at his skin. Well, he's Nigeria. Well, they speak tribal languages all over Africa. If you lived in Africa, if you lived in South Africa, a lot of white people live in South Africa, well, you would speak tribal languages down there too. Everybody does. But they have gazillions of tribal languages. So Tree is one of the tribal languages in Nigeria. And so I just automatically asked Paul, I said, do you speak Tree? And it's like insider talk, basically. And he said no, and he speaks. He said that his family was from a different part of Africa, or a different part of Nigeria. They spoke a remote language or something, but it was an interesting experience. It was fun to be able to engage in that fashion. But yeah, he was listening to everything, and at some point he was trying to crawl out of the bed, and so they had to make him crawl back in the bed. Had to catch him.
Tina, don't forget you've got a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do, miss.
When did Mr. Gladstone pass away? When did Mr. JD die?
6 years in July.
6 years ago. I heard JD and Nancy Gladstone so many times. I wish I had a nickel for every time I heard that over the years. I mean, I'd be in good shape.
All right.
And Miss Ruby Heath. They used to talk about Miss Ruby Heath because she used to come over to our house. Mom and Daddy had kind of adopted her in some way because I guess her kids lived away or something like that in Virginia, something like that.
Up a little bit.
And so, anyway, I remember hearing Miss Ruby Heath a lot. And I'll be talking to him on the phone. Well, hold on a second. Miss Ruby Heath is calling. I just got off the phone with Miss Ruby Heath and things like that. But we're so glad that we caught him. We got him.
Yeah.
He's here.
Absolutely.
He's here with us today. But he got down really low. Thank you for coming over. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Did he eat everything?
He ate about 50% of it.
Okay, that's what you want, isn't it? Okay.
My
Thank you.
favorite name for him is hard-headed.
What was you said?
My favorite name for you is hard-headed, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably.
Well, we've been missing you in Sunday school.
I mean, we have.
Isn't he the president of the Sunday school class?
He was our, what is the,
We don't know he opened the class. I think that's what we called him.
Right.
But until he gets well, we
Have-
have somebody else to do it.
I see. I see.
Linwood's having to fill in for you. You got to get right and get yourself back.
And Gene Miller is in New York with those storm victims with the Red Cross. And Edna don't know when he'll be back.
What you got that camera like that for?
Well, I just want to make sure we get a good look at you.
Pete Tina's got a doctor's appointment. We got to go back to Kinston.
They got it on water.
I got a doctor's appointment. The urologist has called me, told me this morning wants me to come in this afternoon again. I've been having some problems too, Pete, for the last couple of months, but I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
It seems like once sickness starts attacking you, you can't hardly push it away.
Tina sat still, that lady said call back down and they would come back up.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they would do that for you. And I know you need that, especially, as far as this, you have to walk.
Yeah, because we had parked over there